going to be highlighting a very special guest that is a nominee for the Global Beauty Awards for the Denise White Award, and she'll be on in just a minute. Before we do that, let me just do a little bit of business. Pageantry Now is all about positive pageant training and being able to highlight the things that men and women are doing using a crown behind the scenes that you may not always be able to see. A lot of times in social media or the day after a pageant, you'll see a blooper from the pageant, or you hear a controversial question, or you'll see reality television, which totally distorts the way pageantry really works. So our job here is to be able to promote pageants and the fantastic things that are happening through pageantry and the difference that people are able to make with that. Our special guest today is, like I said, a nominee for the Global Beauty Award and the Denise White Award. Her name is Angela, and I'm going to go ahead and guest her, and hopefully she'll be able to tell us a little bit about herself and the special work that she's doing for her nomination and for fostering systems. So, come on, connect. Yay! Are we better now?
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
Sorry,
Thank you.
I don't know what's happening.
It's okay. I mean, this way I was trying to explain to you is it's live and it's live streaming. So this is going live right now so people can see and hear everything, just like Skype would be, except, millions of people can watch. No pressure.
Okay, yeah, no pressure. It's okay.
No pressure. It's no big deal. All right. So introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about you.
So my name's Angela Cruze, and I was nominated for the Denise White Award. And that was for the Global Beauty Award that's going to be hosting in Bellevue in March. And I was nominated as Miss Cowlitz County USA 2017. I competed last year at Miss Washington 2017 as well. And I was nominated by a peer. And so the Denise White Award is about someone who has impacted the foster care system in a positive manner. And a little bit about me is I lived in foster care, and I was actually adopted out, and I was in a failed adoption, so I ended up being homeless as a teenager.
Oh my gosh.
But I persevered, and I was able to graduate high school. I got an amazing career job, and I thought to myself, you know what? I wonder how many other foster youth have been in failed adoptions. So right now I actively participate in Washington State's foster leader program. And what we do is youth who are aging out of foster care or are in foster care throughout Washington State, they can add me on Facebook. They can add me on any social media. They have my cell phone number, and I help them find resources in their community that could pertain to them for resources like if they're facing homelessness, want to go to college, don't know how to balance a paycheck. I help them find the resources that they don't get taught when they're in the system.
Oh, wow. Wow, that is phenomenal. Oh, my gosh. That is very meaningful work, and it's probably a huge responsibility just to know that, first of all, congratulations on, overcoming being homeless and dealing with, I know the foster system is very, very broken, and I know that, the system in general is broken. I am a child that was abused, and I was not put into foster system, but we had neighbors that actually fostered me unofficially. So I understand the drama that comes with that, but I can't imagine being a teenager and being alone and having to face that. So congratulations on overcoming that kind of adversity. So that's fantastic.
Oh, thank you. And that's fantastic for you as well. I did not know that about you. So that's really great. You had that neighbor to help you. I love that.
Yeah, no, I'm very, very blessed. I call them my foster family, even though they're not officially my foster family. And they really are the people that took me in, and they protected me when my family wasn't able to protect me. So I thought that was amazing. So I'm always blessed because of it. So so were you were living in California previously to living in Washington?
No, I've always lived in Washington. I lived in the foster care system in Washington State. So that's where I advocate is Washington State. So to help improve our systems. So yes.
Okay. And are you still competing in pageants, or are you just pretty much doing all of your volunteer work? Is that just, I mean, your volunteer work is now your real life. So tell me a little bit about that and how that all works together.
So I'm a certified peer counselor for Washington State, and so a certified peer counselor, it's equivalent to a bachelor's degree in that field.
Okay.
And what's unique about it is individuals who are peer counselors, they have to qualify for, they have to meet the criteria for DSHS, Department Service, the health department, and they you can kind of create this questionnaire and you complete it. Sorry, I can't speak English right now. And so they will say, "Oh yes, you can qualify and go into peer counseling." So I went through this whole week training on resilience, mental health, what it means to be working under the state under this contract, and so that's kind of, I've always been a part of the foster care and improving the system, but I wanted to get more involved, not just as a career, but more to be able to do more of an impact. And so peer counseling was that opportunity. So as of right now, I've been voted in Cowlitz County as Cowlitz County Youth Tri-Lead. So I actually go up to state 4 times a year, and I'm in a 2-year contract. And I advocate to improve our mental health system, which that connects to our foster care system. So I'm able to advocate for our foster youth to have better services, as well helping disadvantaged youth with barriers. And I run our chapter called Cowlitz Visionary Youth. So instead of us being siloed and just only helping foster youth, what we do is we connect it to all youth. Because I lived in foster care, and I know I don't want to be divided. Oh, she's that foster kid. That's the foster kids group. You don't. I want to make it all, because you learn so much from each other and the youth who are involved. That we all do leadership skills. We learn our resources. So everything just ties in together. It just all it connects. So I still, and for pageantry, I do want to continue and compete. But this year, I feel like I've so much on my plate with our systems, and this is such a new role for me as being youth tri-lead for Cowlitz County. So I really want to do the best I can and get some regulations changed as well. So that's kind of my first priority right now.
Got you. So your group is more of a mentoring group. So it's
Yes,
there to be able to be so that you're there to support all youth that are looking for someone to look up to and to be able to have someone to rely on. So
yes,
that's amazing too. That's fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
So you competed in the USA system. Was that what I heard for Washington USA?
Yeah, Miss Washington USA. I competed 2 years in a row.
So you know Stormy.
Yes, I met her this year actually. She's such a
Yes.
sweetheart.
Yeah, I judged National American Miss with Stormy 2 years ago in California. So yeah.
Um,
So that's cool. Well, and okay, so you're going to take a year off and spend your time working on your career and actually looking to make governmental changes.
yeah.
How do you think that the Global Beauty Award and this nomination for the Denise White Award is going to be able to help affect your changes and hopefully governmental decision and regulation? Or do you think it will at all?
I think it will. I think much for the pageant area. A lot of foster youth and barrier youth do not compete in pageantry. So my first thought when I was competing was, I want to make a change. How can I make this change without getting too much into politics, but being young to where I can create a positive outlook? So pageantry and the Miss USA system was the perfect match. So I think winning, or not even just winning, but even just being nominated, could inspire so many other youth to go, hey, that's really great, because an award is an award. Or a nomination is a nomination as well.
Right.
So youth will look at that and go, wow, I want to be just like that. And then you start becoming that role model. And then everything falls into play. I have so many youth who are inspired just by my story, and I'm so inspired by their story. And I love competing, because not just competing in pageantry, but you get those volunteer opportunities to help out other nonprofits. It's networking.
Right.
It's that all in like melting pot of opportunities. But I get to bring that back with me to my community and share that. And I think that to me is so valuable.
No, and I think that that's the one thing that people don't really understand about pageantry is that really for most people that compete, that it is a crown that becomes a way to open up doorways for you and for you to
Mhm.
have opportunities to meet people and
Yes.
share your views and share your experiences with people that you wouldn't normally get that opportunity to do. And I always say that, you know, there's so much that goes on that's positive through pageantry that we don't get to see. You know, I spent a lot of time with the USA system and the Miss Universe system as well, and
Yes.
I'm on the red carpet working with them, and I know them. So, you know, I always try to explain to people that these are amazing, strong, talented women like yourself
Mhm.
that
Oh,
are
thank you.
really striving to make a difference and be positive and be positive change, and the whole idea of wearing a crown is just to be able to have more opportunities for, like in your case, for youths to look at you and go, oh my gosh, I want to be just like her, and to be able to hear your story and be inspired
Mhm.
by your story. So
That's exactly why I wanted to compete, and I hope one of these years I can take home the crown and just be able to spread the barrier awareness of foster youth throughout the state, and then take it to Miss USA, take it to that stage, spread more awareness,
yeah.
because it's so hard to find role models who've been in that system, and I want to be one of those. And for me, learning more about Denise White and her story has really inspired me. So I'm just grateful to even be nominated for her in that award.
I want to wish you the most congratulations. I think that is phenomenal that you're taking something that could be very negative, something that could be very detrimental to you, and turning it into your strength and turning it into, you know, what you advocate for, and seeing the positive effects that your experience can have,
Mhm.
and being able to share that with other people that can be inspired too. So that's fantastic.
Oh, thank you so much, Stacy.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure.
I'm
Is there
so
anything
excited
else
to
you
meet
want to
you.
tell us?
Well, I just want to let, if any youth are watching this or in this system, or any youth who are experiencing homelessness or barriers, pageantry is never just about the crown. It's the in between. It's the confidence you build. It's the networking you can create for yourself and opportunities you can create for yourself. So I really advocate for any youth to even have that opportunity just to participate in that experience. And I will say, the way I grew up, I never got to learn a lot of beauty hacks or beauty skills. So I feel like pageantry has really opened that horizon of, oh, okay, that's what you do. So I feel like it has done really great for me, for myself as an individual of competing as well.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. I mean, my the way I got into pageantry was because of my abuse. I actually ended up having to have reconstructive surgery to put my cheek back together because I had been physically abused.
Oh,
And my mom thought if she entered me into a pageant, that would raise my self esteem. The only problem was I was 16 and I had this ginormous scar. You can't see it now. Plastic surgeon did an amazing job. Um, but thought it would be a great way to raise my self esteem. And I was like, I don't think so, Mom. And ironically, it really did. I was not a girly girl, and I'm still not a girly girl. I mean, as long as I've been doing this, I've been competing and involved in pageantry for 35 years.
mhm.
But I'm still learning, and I'm still, you know, I mean, I learn more now on the internet than I ever did when, you know, I was competing
Yeah.
in USA, because I competed in USA years ago. Um, but but it really did. It really made me more confident. It made me better able to speak. It made me better able to communicate and not be shy about communicating, and to also not be afraid of standing up for myself, which I think is, I mean, those are really empowering attributes. And to think that it's just because of an opportunity of being able to stand up in front of a bunch of people and go, hi, look at me, which may not have been necessarily the right thing to do when I was going through that, but it definitely later on in life, you know, when I came back to pageantry, it was after being a survivor of cancer, and that was when that moment hit me that this was not about owning a crown or getting prizes. In my brain, when I was a teenager going through it, I thought, I'm
Mhm.
going to get this great prize package, and the money is going to let me move out of the house, and I'm going to be able to be independent, and that was where my brain was. Whereas later on, I was like, wait, if I wear a crown, Imagine
Yeah.
how many people I can tell my story to. And that's when I became successful. So you got it fixed much, much earlier. So that's
Congratulations.
phenomenal.
That's awesome. Oh, thank
So,
you so much. You're so
no,
sweet. I'm so
you
happy
are
to be
too.
having this conversation and sharing our
Well,
stories together.
let's catch up when we've got more time. I know you've got to go to work. I know you got called in, and obviously that's super important. But I would love to touch base with you after the awards and just hear how everything went and tell me, more about your experiences. So hopefully we can do this again soon and get to know you better because you're extremely inspiring, and I wish you the
Absolutely
best of
love
luck
that.
in this. And I think that's fantastic.
Oh, thank you so much. I would say yes to all the interviews, and I would even love to even have you meet some of the youth that I mentor. It,
Yeah.
it would be so inspiring for them to share their stories, and even when I go up to the state, I would love to do another interview if possible. That would be amazing to share as well.
Oh my gosh, I would love to do that. And now you know how it works. So now you've got a better idea that it's really easy.
Yeah,
I tell everybody it's like
I thought it
Facebook
was really
Live
exciting.
kind of and Skype. But anyways.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us and good luck on your nomination. I know you're doing fantastic things even if you don't win, but I really believe that your story is inspirational and you just
Oh,
need to
thank
keep
you.
being you.
Absolutely.
So,
All right. Thank you so much, Stacy.
bye.
We
Thank
will talk
you.
later. Bye.
Okay. Bye. All right, everybody. Again, that was Angela Cruze. She is nominated for the Denise White Award for the Global Beauty Awards that'll be held in Washington State in March. So look for more information on that. If you'd like more information on the nominees or if you'd like more information on Pageantry Now, you can go to our Facebook page, Pageantry Now, and be able to get more information there. Or you can follow us on Instagram or on Twitter, or you can actually go back and watch more of our interviews or watch previous interviews on YouTube at Pageantry Now Media. Thanks so much for joining us. We are so grateful for your time, and we look forward to hearing more inspiring stories as we move forward. We do have another show. Our regularly scheduled show is tomorrow at 5 p.m., so it's Sundays, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So join us tomorrow when our guest will be Roseanne Plant. She is Ms. Worldwide United 2017, and she will be here tomorrow. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Be kind to one another, and that is a wrap.